up, what up? Top of the morning, the beginning of a new week. Excited to tackle this new week and excited for y'all to tackle your own week. It's going to be a great one. It's going to be a productive one. And it's going to be a blessed one in Jesus' name. It's a very special day because my girlfriend starts her new job and she's been off of work for about a week and a half. And now she starts her new job, a new environment. So I'm excited for her to start her new chapter and do great things in that environment. That's going on today, and later today I have fantasy football draft. The team at the stadium, we do a fantasy football league. We've been doing it at least since I've been there. We've done it every single year. So the draft is going to be today, later today in the evening. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I personally don't know a lot about football, and I've started to learn more because back home in Puerto Rico, football wasn't a primary sport. You know, it was basketball, volleyball, baseball, soccer. Those were the sports that kind of were mostly played in high school and club leagues and etc. I only saw NFL, like Super Bowl games. I didn't pay attention to any teams or anything. It would be only just to see the Super Bowl and the halftime performers. Working at a stadium that hosts the Minnesota Vikings NFL team, I've started to learn more about football. I've started to learn more about how it works, how the teams are, what the quarters, and basically how the game is played. And now that I joined the fantasy football league for my company, for my work, I started learning the past 3 years how it works. And it's been exciting to kind of get to see games that you would normally see, like a Colts game against, Pittsburgh Steelers, because you have a running back playing and you want to make sure you get a lot of points. It keeps you up to date, up to speed with everything going on in the NFL. That's something that we enjoy doing at the stadium as it gets closer to the NFL season. And for me personally, it keeps me looking forward to every Sunday, every Saturday, every Thursday that there's a game going on, because I want to make sure that I'm beating whoever I'm matching up against that week. I don't have no strategy for tonight's draft. I'm gonna wing it. I don't have any stats. I don't know. I just know names. Who did well last year, who's projected to do well this year. As much as it is for the fun of it, I'm very competitive. So I'm gonna make sure that I learn from my mistakes, because last year I chose a quarterback as my first pick. And if you play fantasy football, you already know what the deal is. Apparently, you can't choose a quarterback with your first pick. Everyone started getting wide receivers, running backs, and then by the time that I wanted to draft a wide receiver or running back, all the top names or all the best players were out. We're already drafted. Different change in strategy. I think that's the only strategy that I'm changing this year. I don't have any other strategy. So that'll be fun later tonight. I think it'll keep me looking forward to something today. And yeah, today's rest day. So I'll make sure to take care of my body and start with the basics. I think working out and all that sometimes puts a lot of stress in my body, and I haven't been very disciplined or proactive at making sure that I'm stretching either before or after workouts, or even if it's a rest day and I'm not working out, I still gotta stretch, because we spend a lot of time at work or sitting home laying down watching TV, scrolling through TikTok and social media, that our body kind of gets used to that position. If we want to do like different movements later on, then we might hurt ourselves. So it's important to stretch. So that's what I'll be doing later today. But yeah, it's gonna be a great week. We're gonna do great things. Yeah, I'll tap in with you later. But if you're watching this in the morning, have a great start to your day. If you're watching this in the evening, finish this video and go to bed. And if you're watching this in the middle of the day, hope this helps. Hope this gives you the inspiration that you need to continue pushing forward and change the mentality from I gotta do to I get to do, and be grateful for it. All right, let's tap in and let's get to work. We're back from work. It is 7 p.m. We are locked in here on my draft room. This is the draft room for tonight. We are doing the fantasy football league draft for work. Yeah, it's always a tradition to do it every time the football season comes along and we play against each other each week. Right now, I'm picking 12th and 17th. Still got time, because right now they're on pick 5, or the fifth person right now on the fifth pick. no strategy whatsoever. I do know, however, that I want to choose my guys from Iowa State. So I do want to choose some of my guys. Hopefully I can get Brock Purdy as a quarterback. I don't know if I should risk it and select the quarterback again. I know that I talked earlier that, hey, I'm not going to do that as my strategy. I don't think I'm going to pick a quarterback because I need a wide receiver. And it looks like no one is picking my guy, Breece Hall. So let's get it. Let's see if we can get Breece Hall. So I don't know if I should pick up a wide receiver or a running back for my first pick. Which I think I should be good because I pick 12. And then I pick up again 3 or 4 picks after that. Oh, someone grabbed Breece Hall. No. John, the player's hurt. No, someone grabbed I can't believe it. Someone grabbed Breece Hall. That's why fantasy drafts are always fun because you gotta kind of get to adjust and learn and kind of adapt on the fly. So it kind of gives you a sense of what that actual draft rooms look like for NFL teams and even NBA teams, MLB teams. So I'm on the clock right now. I got a minute to pick. I do want to pick A.J. Brown, but I don't know if he's been consistent. Debo. Ooh, do I want to go with Debo as wide receiver? A.J. Brown. I'm going to draft A.J. Brown. Because last year, A.J. Brown was one of those players that I wanted to draft. I wanted to draft and that I wanted to trade for. And the person that had him didn't want to trade with me for some reason. So I did my best to get him, but I wasn't able to get him. So I'm glad that I was able to secure A.J. Brown. I got to think about this next pick because then after that I don't pick for 12 more picks. For a lot of picks. So I got to make sure that I secure a running back. All right, I'm on the clock. See, I want to go Deebo Samuel. I'm just going to go Deebo Samuel. Bruh. I'm going back again in 22 picks. See, this is what I don't like about this drafting thing. That you have a couple picks and then you got 20 more picks. It's crazy. So we're currently 19 picks away from picking again. So far we have A.J. Brown at wide receiver and we have Deebo Samuel at running back or wide receiver. So now I got to think if I want to get a running back or if I should secure a quarterback because obviously no one's getting the ball unless the quarterback is giving them the ball. So I think it's important for me now that I have like 15 more picks, I gotta pick up a quarterback. We'll see how it goes. But this is what my draft room is looking like. See, there's 14 picks, and then that's my roster right there. So still got a couple, and then I just got a secondary picks in case I need to do some research on the fly, making some calls to the team. I don't know. Just having fun, man. This is one of those things that I honestly haven't learned. I've learned a lot about football by playing fantasy league, and it's something that keeps me looking forward to the NFL season. And as I mentioned, because I work at the stadium and the Vikings play at the stadium, it's exciting to kind of see when one of my players in fantasy is playing either from another team, from the Vikings. So it's always exciting to kind of see that and keep track. But there's people that are hardcore fantasy players that have multiple leagues and they go all crazy. They play for a bunch of money. They go on trips to do their whole draft. I'm not like that, but it is fun, and I respect and I admire everyone that has fun with it too, because it is something to kind of look forward to, especially as we head into a new season, the fall season. I'll keep you updated a couple picks down the line because right now there's 11 more until I pick, and then after that, a couple more. So see you in a little bit. Yes. The Cyclone Avengers select Brock Purdy from Iowa State University. Let's go. All right, we just wrapped up the draft, and honestly, with these fantasy football drafts, it never goes as you expect it to go, because you gotta adapt on the fly, especially if you had the intention of drafting one player and then they draft them, and then you're hoping, oh, I hope this player is available, and then they draft them, and then you kind of gotta get a move on the fly. But this is my team, and for those that are playing fantasy football, let me know how my team looks. So I got a quarterback. I drafted 3 quarterbacks. I did make a bold move in selecting a third quarterback. Who knows? Who knows what I do or what my strategy is with that? Right now, my team is for quarterbacks. I got Brock Purdy, my guy from Iowa State. You already know. I got C.J. Stroud, who had a great season last season. Up and coming player, quarterback specifically. And I also got the number 1 pick. I believe he was the number 1 pick. I don't even know. Yeah, he was the first pick in the NFL draft this year, Caleb Williams. So I got those 3 at quarterback. At running back, I got David Montgomery, another Iowa State Cyclone. So forever loyal, forever true, Iowa State. So David Montgomery and Austin Eckler at running back. And then I got at wide receiver Debo Samuel, A.J. Brown, and Amari Cooper. A.J. Brown, I wanted him last year. I wasn't able to get it, so I'm glad that I got A.J. Brown. Debo's tough. So I'm glad that I was able to secure him. Amari Cooper, I got him last year, and he did decently well. And then he had a game of 51 points, so I decided to go with him again at wide receiver. And then for defenses and special teams, I got the Chiefs and Ravens. I wanted to get the Cowboys defense, but someone picked it up. So that's for special teams, Chiefs and Ravens. And then I got Dalton Schultz, tight end. I needed a tight end just because if one of my wide receivers is out because they have a bye, I can put Dalton Schultz, and then that way I don't lose any points on a week. And then for my kicker, I got Brandon Aubrey from the Dallas Cowboys. I honestly didn't know where to go with kickers because obviously Justin Tucker was the one that I was thinking of drafting because he's just automatic. Every kick is like, pop, 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 point. So I draft Brandon because he was pretty consistent. Last year, he had about 6 to 7 games where he had double-digit points. One game he had 22 points against the Eagles in week 14. So that's my team. And I'm honestly very proud of how I did. I know that there's some teams, honestly, that are stacked. I think my team has some good pieces, and if I can make some moves in the league, then I think my team will be solid. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, this is my team right here. Let me see if I can give you a little close-up of what my team is looking like. So we got Brock Purdy, David Montgomery, Debo Samuel, A.J. Brown, Amari Cooper, Chiefs defense, special teams, Brandon Aubrey, C.J. Stroud, Austin Eckler, Caleb Williams, Ravens, and Dalton Schultz. So this draft lasted an hour and 15 minutes or an hour and 10 minutes. So long draft, but I'm glad that we're done with it, and I'm excited for week 1. I think week 1 is actually this week. Yeah, it's this week. It's next week. The Vikings have their season opener at the stadium. So successful day, successful night. Now I'm just going to relax, enjoy the rest of the evening because I definitely need some rest after doing all these thinking, all this logistics and all that. My mind needs some rest, so I'll catch you guys later. boy. This is where it's at. This is where it's at. Let's get it. Come on, let's go. One more. Let's go. Maybe your wrist one. Maybe your wrist one. Let's go.
Let's get over Al for another check of the weather.
Cannot wait. All right. We could wait for hurricane season because the good news is things have been kind of slow. Now, the season peak comes September 10th. You can see we're just before that. Basically looking from 1944 to 2020. 60% of named storms actually typically occur after September 4th. So we'll see what's happening. And in fact, things are starting to perk up a little bit out in the Atlantic and Caribbean. We've got this development zone. There's one system just coming off of Africa. The one we're looking at the most is this system that's getting itself together in the Western Caribbean, making its way possibly developing into the Gulf. We'll continue to watch that. Meantime, warmer highs out in the Pacific Northwest, strong storms in the plains, a flood risk along the southern Gulf, and looking for a cool start here in the Northeast.
What up, what up, what up? Top of the morning. We just wrapped up workout, eating breakfast, and drinking a little post-workout smoothie. Very productive morning so far. Got the workout done. I did 30 minutes in the treadmill. Then I did about an hour and 15, hour and 30 of back exercises. I did lat pull down. I did single arm pullovers is what it's called, I think. Bent over rows. I did like DB pullover. 4 exercises, 3 sets of each exercise for back, just to get back into the movement and the motions of all those exercises. And then I wrap it up with pull-ups. And if you don't know me, this is a fun fact of Jonathan, which is not so fun. Pull-ups is my least favorite exercise to do. It's when I was younger, I would dominate them because I was skinnier. I was skinny fit. I was skinny that I didn't look strong, but I was strong. But I didn't do pull-ups at all working out in my high school years and when I went to college. I think the hate comes from me not dominating it. I decided, you know what better way to finish a workout than just doing pull-ups, something that makes you uncomfortable. So you gotta get comfortable being uncomfortable. And I decided to do pull-ups. So what I decided to do is challenge myself. I did 5 minutes of pull-ups, but I didn't do 5 minutes straight. I just did every 30 seconds I had to do 1 pull-up. And I know it sounds crazy that I was only able to do 10. I haven't done pull-ups in a while. Even like the first one, I felt every bone in my body, in my arms, it felt like it cost me a lot to do that pull-up. But I decided, hey, 30 seconds. Each 30 seconds, do 1 pull-up. Each 30 seconds, 1 pull-up. Each 30 seconds, 1 pull-up. And then finished it up with 10 pull-ups or 10 pull-ups. Every day you got to find yourself, and every day you got to challenge yourself into doing things that take you out of your comfort zone. And for me, that was pull-ups. And I feel so accomplished afterwards of doing that workout, getting that workout done, and feeling like I did the best that I could. And you just build on that. You start with the basics. Start with basic exercises, maybe walking on the treadmill or doing cardio, then going into body weight exercises, and then you can go into weights. Whatever works best for you, you go at your own pace. You know your body. Everybody's different. So understand that and not be distracted by what others are doing. rather get inspired. If you see something that you haven't done before, I'm like, that's an interesting exercise. It looks like tackles back, or it looks like it's for legs, and you learn from that and get inspired. That's how I do. I used to do it in college, and even more when I worked for the guys' basketball team. I would do that. When the players were working out or lifting weights, I would be paying attention. Like, all right, so they do these types of exercise for these types of muscle because those types of muscle help them, shoot better, play defense better, be more physically built to take contact in the paint or attacking the basket, etc. on games and practices. So you learn a lot by watching people, but it's good to understand that every person is at a different point in their physical and their fitness journey. So start with the basics, and that's what I'm doing. Starting with, building my back, because I work in the office, sitting down a lot of the times, or most of my day. So I got to make sure that my back is taken care of, so that way years down the line I don't have back problems or back issues. So that's one thing that I got to work on, making sure that my posture is, consistent and it's straight, and it's not putting pressure on different joints in my body. So, but it all starts with the basics. And I think once you take that first step and get over the hump of, getting yourself to the gym, then you can start implementing, even making your bed in the morning, even making yourself breakfast, even like exercising. Those are wins that add up every single day, and they compound each day, each week, each month, and then they become habits. So today, start with the basics: making your bed, brushing your teeth, showering, eating breakfast, like whatever it is. To start with the basics, to start one step and be on the start line of your own journey. Trust me, you'll get better. You'll improve, and you'll feel much more good about yourself as you continue doing, because you'll continue to find yourself and be like, I feel good. Like I'm right now. It's 8:30. I feel super energetic, and that's because I woke up, went and exercised, got back, protein smoothie, and then a little sandwich. Now I'm ready to tackle the day. I'm gonna go to work, tackle the day, and that's that. What up? It is 8:48 p.m. and I'm currently editing the video that you're seeing right now, the beginning part of the video, and I wanted to wrap up this video with this thought. Today my girlfriend had a great day at work. It was her second day, and it made me realize how we got to get back to the basics, but sometimes we get nervous, we get anxious about doing so because we're used to a routine, we're used to a certain way of living, a certain way of doing things. And one thing that opened my eyes was her improvement from her first day. She was feeling anxious, to today feeling much better, with a better attitude, and feeling overall great about starting her new job, and doing the trainings, getting to meet some of her coworkers and her team. And it made me think of everyone. It made me think of all of us at some point in time have struggled with our own thoughts, have struggled with, being uncomfortable in opportunities of growth, in chapters of growth. And I think for her, the reason why she might have felt nervous or anxious is because she was transitioning from, her old self to her new self. Her old self working remotely every day, Monday through Friday, to now going into office or working hybrid. So when you're used to a routine, when you're comfortable, developing a routine, and then you got to get out of that and get into a new environment with new people, with new system, new processes, new ways of doing things, then you kind of get a little bit overwhelming at first, especially if you're learning information, don't know where to go, don't know anything about the building or your coworkers, who's going to be on your team, who likes you or doesn't like you, or all those things, all those questions that we all have had at one point when we're starting a job or even starting something new. It could be high school, it could be college, it could be, your professional life, family, etc., having kids. So I think it's important for us to think that it all comes down to the basics. It all comes down to the attitude and how we carry ourselves. She was taking the elevator today. She had a better attitude today. And in the elevator, someone, talked with her and said, "Have a great day. What department are you working in?" And that little interaction, as little or short as it might have been, changed her mentality for the rest of the day. And that momentum from that conversation she built on the day and had productive meetings and productive trainings, etc., all throughout the day, and had a great day overall. I think for us, for you and I and her and everyone, we have to take the opportunity to understand that there's going to be moments where we're going to be overwhelmed with what's going on. We're going to be overwhelmed because we're stepping into something that we are, the unknown. And as much as we don't think about it, the future is unknown, and we don't oftentimes stress about it. So if we change our mentality on, where your head is at and where your feet are grounded, then that helps with your day-to-day and just taking it one day at a time. I think we all get too ahead of ourselves because of what we see on social media, because of what we see ourselves wanting to be, and we compare ourselves with other people around our age and think of, I'm behind. I feel like I lost a lot of time. But you have right now. Learn from what you've experienced. Learn about what you didn't or did do in the past, and take that knowledge and apply it. Because as much as they say knowledge is power, there's no power in knowledge unless you actually apply it and actually test it and actually understand, hey, they said this, but this is the way that worked better. And question yourself, have curiosity, and learn about, an idea starts with a question, and then that question flourishes into anything. So I think for us, we got to think about that and gift yourself some grace. We're all living. This is the first time for all of us living, and it's important for us to realize that there's going to be periods in life that we might be uncomfortable, and it's because our old self is battling our new self, and we're in the in-between. It's like having like a little devil and a little angel, but that's like your old self and your new self are in constant battle in your head. Constant battle on, you want to grow. This is the new version of you. You want to grow, you have the mentality, you know that you're capable of it. You're also, but no, let's just stay comfortable here. Let's just stay in our routine. You can do it tomorrow and all that. That constant battle happens every day in our minds. We got to make sure that we align our thoughts with our actions, because our thoughts become our actions, and our actions become our reality. And it becomes our, our years down the line. So make sure to take a moment during your week. I know that we live in a fast-paced, TikTok. I don't like it. Scroll. I don't this. Scroll. Everything is fast. A lot of information overload on every platform, every day. Make sure to take a moment to take a deep breath. Be grateful for where you're at. If you are grateful for where you're at and what you have, that attitude and that mentality will carry you forward. These past few days, I honestly have been great for me, because it has allowed me to learn more about just going back to the basics, not thinking about, a lot of things. How many videos I want to do, or I want to work out, I want to do this, I want to do that, and just focus on first being grateful. When I wake up, make the bed, exercise, take care of my body. Be nutritious, be kind, be respectful to others, and just add those every single day, and it'll add up, trust me. And you'll see over the course of this channel, you've seen my growth from episode 1, which is episode 1, from video number 1 up to now video number 96. You've seen the growth, you've seen the bipolarness of saying I want to do something and not doing it, or me, not posting consistently and then saying that I was going to post consistently. You can see like the battle that happens in my head of me, my old self, and my new self constantly battling. We all are constantly battling ourselves. As much as we look outside, we have to look inside, because it is ourselves that is limiting us from doing and living life to the best of our abilities. And yes, we have goals, yes, we have dreams. Unless you're grateful for what you have now and understand that you can't take nothing for granted, you're always going to be seeking something that you'll never find. Because yes, you can have money. If a lot of us have money goals, yes, you have, you know, dreams of getting cars, houses, etc. When you have all that, is that happiness for you? You know, you gotta find purpose in other things. You gotta find purpose within yourself. You gotta find purpose in taking care of others. You gotta find purpose in, you know, leading a better life and inspiring the next generation and teaching your kids, teaching your, even, you know, the people around you. Sometimes the way that we were raised, and not only our parents, but also, you know, schools, systems, processes, what we're consuming shapes us to who we are right now. But the decisions that we make from this point forward are on us to make them. So just wanted to do a little rant, because a lot of us overthink. A lot of us are constantly battling ourselves when we should start with the basics. Be grateful, have a great attitude, do the best that you can every single day, and then things will add up. Things will compound there. Obviously, everything is not linear. You're gonna have bumps in the road, but those bumps in the road will allow you to have perspective, will allow you to be more grounded in the reality that you don't deserve anything. You know, you gotta work for things, and sometimes even if you work hard, someone that didn't work as hard is gonna get it. You know, you gotta understand that you can put your effort into something, but if you don't get it, that doesn't mean that you're worthless. I think there's a lot of peace in understanding that despite, and even if you have a goal and you don't reach it, you learn and maybe adapt and have a new approach on how to reach that goal or how to reach other goals and reframe your mindset. Just want to make sure that you guys are taking care of yourselves, making sure that you guys are taking care of your mental health, and understand that it all starts with the basics. Before you can conquer the world, before you can impact anyone else, you gotta first impact yourself. And that starts with making a decision today that you're gonna be better than you were yesterday. And then tomorrow when you wake up, you gotta figure out, today I'm gonna be better than what I did yesterday. And then you'll continuously get better, continuously get challenged and learn and accept the challenge and recover from mistakes. And trust me, the world is your oyster, but only if you make the right decisions and if you stay on purpose. So have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next video. We're doing more videos. Hope you guys are enjoying this type of content, more direct and with less fancy editing. Because my channel will be a combination of introvert, extrovert together, because that's who I am. And I want to make sure that what comes across is that I'm both an introverted person, but I can also be extroverted and enjoy being around people and socialize. Have a blessed one. Take care. Leave in the comments if you enjoyed this video, or if there's anything that you took out, any nugget, any gem that you found around this video, so that the community can see them, so that I can see them and continue finding what you guys enjoy to watch as much as what I enjoy doing. And if we can align those, and the community will continue to grow. So it's your boy Jonathan. Peace out. I'll see you next week. Trust me on that. Peace.